All right, so today I'm looking at Adobe Story. It's part of my Creative Cloud Adobe packages. So I use this one mainly. I used to use Celtex quite a lot, but now that I got this as part of my Adobe Creative Cloud packages, it's just easier to use it all on the computer. And also it comes in two modes. You can use it offline as well as in the cloud. So even if you're away from your laptop or your computer, you can still work on your script online. Now, screenwriting software, as I've mentioned before, is just makes life a bit easier when you're actually typing out your script because scripts have to follow a particular format. Now, I've just made this up. This is not actually a story I'm working on, but I've just sort of added a few things here so we can have a look at it together. Of course, you'll have a front page, and there are rules about what you need to put in your front pages. But I'm just going to look at sort of functions within Adobe Story here. Now, of course, when you begin a film screenplay, all the scene headings have to be typed in capital letters. And it will have to indicate, of course, if it's interior or exterior. It will also have to say if there's a location, what the location is, and if it's day or night, for example. So this is why you have this heading here. That's that heading that indicates what is the scene, where is it taking place, inside or outside. And it has to be in capital letters. Now, instead of having to press down on the Shift button to do this, or the caps lock, screenwriting software will make it automatically, depending on where you are in the script, what you're actually writing. So if I'm here on this line and I want to write a screen heading, I don't have to capitalize anything. I just start typing. This is where we have the scene action, and that's really looking at what's happening in the scene. And it has to be, as you can see, sort of paragraphs format here. Now, of course, you got the dialogue, which is indicated by capital letters naming of it with the name of the characters. And this bit here just gives a bit further instruction between two brackets, further instructions of what the character is actually doing. So in this case, Mike is shouting to Mary, and he wants her to bring something out. So if you had to do this in Microsoft Word, create your indents, move along, use shift buttons, it can take a lot of time. So screenwriting software makes sure that it adheres to the rules. This is, for example, a film script format. TV script have slightly different rules to it, but in terms of film script, this is what it should sort of look like. So I'm just gonna go down here and show you how it actually works. So it's gonna press return. I'm on to the next line here. You can go over to where the cursor is and right click, and there you can choose what you would like to do. So I can do scene heading, for example, or I can do, I want to have another character introduced here, and so on. You can also do the same by, if you like shortcuts like myself, if you press on tab, it'll move along here, as you can see, to the beginning, into where the dialogue bit is, and to scene transition position here. So let's just go back to the beginning. We are in a scene inside the car. During the day, Mike is driving on the highway to Cleveland. Jack is a new character. This is why he's in capital letter, because I need to indicate that there's a new character that hasn't been introduced before. Is in the passenger seat looking at his phone. So if I want to continue, I can do that here with, for example, another scene heading, but I actually want Jack to say something. So I'm just going to press tab. It moves into the bit where dialogue would start. Now you can see I've written this before, so show up. But if I hadn't written this before, Jack wouldn't be a choice. So I'm just going to write Jack here, or you can just go JA, but because there's an option, press return and we'll just insert the word there, or the name in this case. Then I can write some dialogue because right now it has moved to the position logically that will come after an instruction like that. However, if you do want to add a bit more information, you can add brackets this way by right clicking. So I'm just going to write something. Again, press return, it jumps down to the next bit that it assumes you're going to be doing, which is perhaps another piece of dialogue. In this case, that's correct. I do want to write what Mike's going to say now. So if I start typing M, again, I don't have to finish typing out. Here's an option. Just press return and it inserts it quickly into the script for you. And I actually want to add something to it. So you can, for example, do right click here. Because Mike's a bit miffed, it looks like today. and I just press return again, right away jumps down to the bit where Mike's dialogue is actually going to start. I could continue the dialogue. As you can see, it goes from character to dialogue, and it will continue doing that until I do something else. In this case, I'm going to press the tab button again, and it'll go to the position where it says, it gives you a transition to the next scene. So I would, for example, I could insert here cut to, again, I don't have to capitalize. Those are the rules. You should capitalize this bit, but it just gives you the option. So again, I can just write a cut and then press return. It will insert the rest for me. Press return again, you go down to the next line where it assumes you're going to put in a scene heading. So we'll do that. INT. Again, don't even have to type it all out. I can just go like this, for example, IN, and press return. Airport, that's a good idea. And space, hyphen, space again, and then it will give you the options of whether it's day or night and so on. So I'm going to say later that day, for example. Press return, and again, you're down at the scene action level. So you can continue doing this throughout your whole script, of course, and it just helps you a bit. It makes your life a lot easier and quicker. You can get your ideas down quickly. And of course, just like in cell tags, you'll see that you have shortcuts here to the various scenes that you've written, and that's quite useful because once your script grows into the 120 odd pages, you will need some sort of table of contents in a way where you can actually very quickly go in and see what each scene entails. As you can see here, exterior house, that was scene 1. And you had the next scene here. You can actually number these scenes as well. There's a lot of options about what you can do. So I'm just going to show you a few of them here. So these are the view options you have in Adobe Story. So you can do numbering of scenes, and it will indicate the scenes here. So there's a lot of functions you can try out. I don't want to number anything just yet, so I can just deselect that and it'll go away. The other great thing about Adobe Story and other screenwriting software is when you're ready to export, you can choose the right format that you want. In this case, we want a PDF because that's the right way to present or to send out your script. I'll deselect export comments because I don't want those included in this instance. I'll say OK. Put it on desktop. Just call something else. I think we have some music in the background here. There it is. Just going to open that up. And there you can see perfectly formatted. It doesn't mess up out with your format, and it's all there. So I'll definitely recommend that you use a screenwriting software to get your ideas down quickly. I hope you like Adobe Story, because I certainly do.